Hey everybody, welcome back. Try to give you a little history of where we are, where we're going, and of course a big snowstorm coming this weekend, which is typical of January weather. But these foundation walls are poured. Got one side here, across the back, heading over towards the third side. Put our cutout for where our siding door is going to be. So we're waterproofed right down to the footer, across the back, up to where our proposed grade is going to land. And of course, it is January, and typical for January, there is a snowstorm coming. Give you a little look down here. There is some water along the footer that I'm currently pumping out. We could probably get some naysayers on here that are going to talk about water down along the footer with no drain tile down there, but this is my house and nobody knows it better than I do. There has not been any water that has come into this basement, even with the stone foundation, through the entire time. So I'm just going to pump out right now. It's almost dark. Got my sump pump thrown in there, throwing the water off the side. I got an orange cone with some orange paint because there is an existing swale in the yard that diverts water to a ground pipe that leads out to daylight. So got this marked for the excavator who's coming tomorrow. Trying to get rid of this water, but as you can see, I got this foundation waterproofed on the outside. The inside here is somewhat up to grade. There's a pile in here. There is some slurry that was wasted from the concrete pump truck that's thrown inside that we could drag right down to backfill the inside here. We'll jump in. I'm just watching this pump so it doesn't run dry. We got it almost pumped down. We'll head over to where I got some planks to jump in here, but the foundation looks great. All set across the back, across the sides. They're in there. Down here, we'll take a walk in. I'm going to show you where we're at. I hear our sump pump gurgling, so I'm going to run over here so it doesn't run dry and burn out on me. Jump over the other side and unplug it here real quick. So we got that unplugged, which is about where we want to be, but I want to take his back inside, show you a couple things that I had the masons do when they poured, which is a little bit more work on their end, but here, so you can see there's a lip along there, right around. I had them put some 2-inch foam to step the 8-inch wall down to 6 inches. The reason for that being is we're framing 2x6 walls on top of this. So as a builder and a carpenter, I'm trying to make it as aesthetically pleasing on the inside. So being that we stepped it back to 6 inches with that foam that was on there, it allows me to put my 2x6 wall, put some half-inch sheathing on the outside, and lets me drop half-inch drywall on the inside, so I'm not looking at any of this concrete that I have raised up. I have these walls poured higher, roughly about a foot in this area, and roughly about 3 feet higher in this area to give me a buffer for any water that may come down, to push it away. It doesn't let any water come into where the living space is. Stepping that back like that allows me to build on top of there and allows me to still get a nice finish on the outside without compromising any water that may or hopefully may not come into the building. That is one thing, and one major thing. Whenever we're building, we want to keep water away from living space so it does not create any rot for us or headaches or seepage, which could potentially and most likely definitely ruin anything that we have inside here. So not just for my sake, only because this is my house, but for any customer in the future that may have you do any work for them. So we are at the point here where we're ready for the excavator to come back, grade this off so we have some nice area to work on, get rid of this big pile that's sitting in the yard there, regrade all this in the back, and allow all this muddy mess that we're looking at to dry up. So one of the reasons why this is so good in the back here is because all the water that is from the rain, from the future snow, it is all pooling here. I had them put here so all that water has somewhere to go, but not into the work area. And that is really important on any job. We're trying to keep it as clean as possible. You can see by the looks of everything how wet it is, but everything up here is dry because there's still existing grass from what was here. We're going to get all this water pushed away, pushed off to the side, keeping it out of our work area. So we've got a big snowstorm coming. It is January 4th. This weekend's looking kind of messy. Excavator's coming tomorrow, clean this all up. Still have to get this prepped inside here for the concrete floor, get our stone in there for underneath it, and hopefully next week get the crew back here to pour the floor so that we can start framing. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, trying to work into the cleaner stage of things and hopefully get us moving, get us cruising, and get us towards where we want to be and get the walls up. So as always, we'll keep you posted for the next spot, but it is now getting dark, the sun's setting. Got a little bit more water to just pump out of here before early tomorrow morning. Get them here, get it cleaned up. But this is the time to have everything marked before the machines trek back in here. And see, got my cone here, got my orange paint, and there is a pipe that is right there in the ground where all this water keep the house dry, keep the property dry, and push all water to daylight, meaning to an outside source. Pump it out of here, keep us dry, keep us happy, and keep us living real good. So we will keep up with this. We'll keep you posted, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.